What is up, guys? Vengeance Hero, and we are back with a new series. This is going to be Diablo 2, and I also have the Lord of Destruction expansion already installed, so we are going to hopefully play through in its entirety. This series obviously is going to be a lot longer than the Diablo 1 Let's Play, which ended up being 13 episodes, probably somewhere in the 6-hour total range. Now this game is much longer. There are 4 main acts, I believe, and then the 5th act being the Lord of Destruction expansion, so it is quite a bit longer. So bear with me, guys. It's been a bit since I've done any YouTube videos, so I am just kind of getting started again. At the same time, I'm trying to learn how to edit videos. I never did a whole lot of that when I was in school. It was, just the very basics. How to use internet, how to use Word, that sort of thing. So, bear with me. I'm trying to learn a few different things at the same time, and hopefully it works out well, and the videos come out half decent. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I've already logged into Battle.net. It's probably been like 15 years since I've played Diablo 2. 15? Probably something like that. So I had to recreate my Battle.net account. I've already logged in, and I'm just at the point where I'm going to be starting a new character. I already know what I want to play as, which is the Sorceress, and that's probably not my first playthrough, but as I got more into Diablo 2 and grinding and pulling people through the game with me, that became kind of my main character. I have played Necro. Necro was probably the very first character that I ever played as, and I like the idea of the Necro, but he's not super overpowered, and well, neither is the Sorceress, I guess, to start. They're both kind of weaker characters, as they're both magic based, so they're a little bit tougher, I guess, to start out, which is more fun anyways. It's a little bit more of a challenge. So anyways, let's get started with a new character. And as you can see, we've got the Druid and the Assassin, which are the 2 expansion characters. And Amazon, Necro, Barb, Paladin, and then Sorceress is what I'm going to play as. Expansion character, ladder character, I'm not going to get too much into the seasons or anything like that. I have played hardcore before. I at one point had a level 60 hardcore Barb. It is fun. Super stressful. So we're not going to play hardcore just because it's been so long since I've played. I'm probably going to be pretty terrible to start. So let's see. Of course, I forgot I am on Battle.net, so I'm going to have to pick something that somebody else isn't using. So I don't know. Maybe can't have numbers. No, I can't. And that's me. So I am going to join multiplayer just so that it can it can be a little bit quicker leveling up. I'm gonna start here because that hopefully will get me. The others are already working in Act 2. So it shouldn't cause me issues with, all of the enemies being dead. At the same time, I'll get a little bit more XP. So.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lut Gulain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
All right, so it's kind of cool that to start out, you know, the Wanderer from Diablo 1, you know, if you watched my previous series, then you saw at the very end, you stick the soul stone into your head, and essentially you're trying to keep Diablo at bay, which in this, it sounds like you're not doing a very good job, as kind of monsters seem to be following in your wake. So it's kind of cool that it, you know, it picks up, and in the series, they're so far apart that it's always amazing to me that they've obviously planned out this entire story so far in advance. So that's pretty cool.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So in comparison to Diablo 1, you can see that I've got the run.
In my opinion, the world needs more women to fight against the Great Shadow. But I am forgetting my manners. I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it. She turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness.
Okay, so obviously, because I'm playing online, some of the quests are going to be locked already. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Playing online, you get the XP boost, so that's what I want, is just where I can level up a little bit more quickly. And that's the only downside, is that I'm going to have to, at some point, go back and play through to get the quests completed just on my own. Socketed armor. So you can see the enemies are quite a bit stronger. Like, these guys would normally only take 1 or 2 fireballs. And we're also leveling quite quickly, so that is the good thing. As I was mentioning, I've completely got sidetracked, but yeah, you've got the option to actually run in this game, so that's going to make things so much quicker. If you guys remember, Diablo 1 it's super bulky walking around, and you're kind of stuck on these weird paths. So this has a lot more flexibility in your movement. And then, of course, just being much quicker with the run. Also, when you hit Alt, you can find items that are on the ground, so it gets highlighted. So that's one of my favorite things that they did as compared to Diablo 1, is the ability to do that. Especially with Diablo 1, there's constantly things on the ground, and it's a very dark game. So it would have been very helpful if, you know, they maybe added a few features and done a re-release or even just a patch or something that added that function in. But I get it, you know, Diablo 1's an older game and probably not much interest, so they don't have any reason to really put much time into it. And I'm going to dump the stamina shrine because the XP shrine obviously is going to be more helpful. So this is, I believe this would normally be the Den of Evil, if the quest, you know, if the, I should say the host of the game hadn't already completed it, so. And already I'm starting to regret my decision here.
I need mana.
Yes, we know you need mana. I should be leveling up, actually, to be honest, because I know there is a skill in the fire tree right away, warmth, which is going to increase our mana regen. So, let's see here. And my staff right now gives me 1 point in 1 point in fireball, I believe. So I am gonna want to put a point in that, just so if I find a better staff or if I find a better weapon altogether, I will not lose my fireball altogether. I hear you. Chipped ruby already. So gems can be placed into socketed armor or weapons, and they'll give you, bonus vitality, magic, all that stuff. So obviously they're pretty helpful, I guess, to start. Oh crap. Just because you can get a quick boost in, vitality or whatever kind of character you're playing, you can put a few extra points in without, really investing those points necessarily. And obviously I'm hitting a couple of lag spikes, just people in the game are obviously gonna cause a little bit of issue there. But that's fine. We will deal with it. So because I don't have anything else at the moment, I'm gonna put put those 5 points into strength, so I can use some armor, and I'm going to need it eventually. So let's do that. I'm not going to put those in, I don't think. I am going to put that in. That's going to give me a better chance at finding magic items, so your rare, unique items, that sort of thing. Skill Shrine is going to bump our skills, I think a couple of points. I don't remember how many. Two or three. And now you can see people are starting to leave the game, so the enemies are becoming weaker. Also means that my XP gain is going to be much lower, so... But that's to be expected. If you join a game, that's, you know, Act 2 help. Once they complete Act 2, they're probably all going to leave, so that's fine. We'll just, you know, do a little bit more grinding. And, oh god, these guys are just pissing me off. And the lag spikes are pretty crap, to be honest. Like, this guy's clearly right beside me because he's swinging at me. Well, that's okay. Maybe now that these guys are gone, I won't have as much lag. Yeah, so you can see completely that it's just one fireball and most of the stuff is dead. I'm gonna pick those up because they actually sell for a little bit of gold. Ooh. Do I not have any more? I don't have any more healing potions. Holy shit. Okay.
I need mana.
It's obviously not a huge deal. Another point into warmth, so this is increasing our mana recovery rate, which we definitely want to do. I should check this out. Level 6. Okay, well, it's decent anyways. So spectral hit is just a magic attack, so... Oh, shit. I am definitely gonna die. Oh, fuck. I think I kind of got that lag spike, just... He wasn't actually beside me, but just with the lag. He randomly appeared beside me, so... Downside of playing online. Alright, here we go. Obviously, these guys can resurrect little shits, so we are killing them first. So what level am I? 5. So I've got one more level before I can use my Eagle Orb, which is going to give us a couple of skill boosts. Again, part of the reason we put the point into Fireball so that we can, you know, remove the staff that we've got now without fully losing out on a bunch of useful spells, or one of the useful spells.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So you know you are finished the Den of Evil when you see the light pour through the throughout the cave. Sure. And then again, this may not be the Den of Evil. We can't remember, since the quest is, obviously we can't complete it. I don't remember if it would show up as still the Den of Evil, even though the quest isn't available, or if it just shows up as a random cave. But either way, can't do it. That cave is cleared. And we are moving right along. So the nice thing is the paths kind of lead you to the next areas or to caves or that sort of thing, where you may have some secret item or secret. What am I trying to say? Secret areas. Or you might find some magic gear or that sort of thing. I'm just going to swap that out. We're going to do that. I think... Oh, he doesn't do it for free. Oh. Maybe it's after you complete one of his quest lines that he does that. So those I'm going to sell because they're crazy high value. That... 2 to life. Garbage. I'm going to garbage that. I'm going to hold on to that for when I can switch out to my Eagle Orb. I'm going to sell that, and I'm going to sell that. I could, yeah, see, these things sell for 500 apiece. And to start, it can be a little bit tough. Just making money. You're picking up 1, 2, 3, 4 gold. And I think I'm gonna buy some of these. They're, to start, they're cheaper than going to Deckard. So I'm gonna do that to start. I really do need a potion belt though, so I can hold more potions, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. It's always nice to check just if there's anything useful to start, like something like you know, this, put a couple points in warmth, and it's socketed, so you can add some, you know, fire damage or lightning damage or that sort of thing. So sometimes they are useful. I'm not gonna buy anything at the moment, just because I don't I've got the Eagle Orb, and I think that'll be good
Hi there.
to start
I'm
anyways.
Chelsea, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Good to see you.
So Charcy is our new blacksmith here anyways. Again, she's got weapons, mostly, you know, warrior type weapons or Amazon, that sort of thing. More physical attack weapons versus, oh, what's her name? Akara. There we are. Where she's got more magic, like sorceress, necro, that sort of thing. So a little bit different. I'm gonna hold on to my points for now. Do I want to put... Eventually I'm gonna be mainly in the cold skill tree. Frozen Orb is what I'm going for as a primary. But I think I'm gonna pump up warmth quite a bit to start, just because we're gonna have a tough time with mana for the start. Oops. Keys. I'll pick them up, but I probably am not going to need them. Occasionally you'll come across locked chests. But it's not... It's completely random, so it's not like they're always going to have way better items or anything like that, so... Yeah, I'm not... Probably not going to use them a whole lot, but... Just in case we come across something in the next little bit. We're going to want as much equipment and gear as we can find.
Take care. The corrupted rogues in the wilderness ahead are not to be trusted.
Got it. So we're already in the cold plains. Which is, I believe, where the second quest is. What is her name? Bloodcrow or something? Amethyst is, I believe, a dexterity. Bumps your dexterity. There's a waypoint so we can get back to the encampment when we need to. There we go. Charms. So charms have passive bonuses as long as they're kept in your inventory. Sometimes they add skill points, sometimes they add stat points. Again, another nice feature with this, as opposed to Diablo 1, is you can just hold down your left or right click to attack simultaneously, or not simultaneously, continuously. So that's a really nice feature as well. We've got some more minions, which I'm gonna run. They are pretty quick. Oops. Man, I'm gonna get stun locked if I'm not careful here. And she's gonna help me by firing some arrows. She's probably not gonna be super helpful, but... I do not have... more health potions. Alright. That wasn't so bad. Got some potions back, and I was actually able to fire off quite a few fireballs without using any potions, so that was surprising. And now I'm not used to how fast you move in this game, so I'm like clicking all over the place compared to Diablo 1. It's kind of nuts. Oh, there is a rare item. And they're just asking me if I've got the waypoints. Ooh, caps lock. I'm gonna yell at them. So they may just go through and they might help me get some of the waypoints, which would be kind of nice. It would make it a little bit quicker to get through. Oops. A little bit quicker to get through some of the acts. Just want to go. So this is, it's just people on Diablo 2 are very helpful. It's something that we used to do just to help people get through, not so much to get through it more quickly, because I mean you're still, some of these waypoints you're not going to be able to kill most of the stuff in there. But it's helpful so you don't have to go searching for them when your level is high enough. Yeah, so that is super helpful. When we're ready, we can move along pretty quickly, so. I might actually start using... so I'm going to use... so sometimes you can use... you can use a wand if it has decent passive bonuses. This one doesn't really, so... I'm going to just sell it. Plus 9 to life, fire resist, so obviously I can't use that at the moment, but eventually I will. And I'm just going to put... I'm going to do it like that. So you can also swap between item sets, which is cool. So... for example, I can just hit W and I'd switch between my sword and wand. And, oh, are you giving me something? A superior skull cap. Well, I don't really need that, but thank you. And he was asking if I was cold or lightning. Apparently people don't do fire anymore because he didn't ask if I was fire. I don't know. I guess I don't really know. Some of the skills might have been nerfed in updates. I'm not sure. So I'm just kind of going with what I know from way back when. You know, some people used to do a fire build, you know, with Hydra, or I'm trying to remember what other fire skills there were. Meteor. I think Meteor, because the cooldown, you could throw out a Meteor, then cast something else several times, and then more Meteors. So I don't know. Maybe people don't do that anymore. Just let them separate. Boots. I do need some boots. Obviously, that is Blood Raven. She has been to the second act because that is a NPC from Loot Ghislaine.
My army will destroy.
And there's Blood Raven. And it's also super helpful if you can get one of those NPCs and have them come back with you to go back through, because they actually can deal quite a bit of damage. Oh, and I forgot, it's loot is available to everyone, so it's not like in
Rest now. Blood Raven.
I don't know, something like Borderlands 3 where you can set it so that everyone has their own piles of loot that show up. So it's pretty much just whoever grabs it quicker in this, which becomes a bit of a pain. Because there's always people who are grabbing stuff as quickly as they can, regardless of whether they need it or not. So anyways, that happens. It's fine. I think it was a crossbow or something. I wasn't really paying attention. So something that I won't need. Use this guy. A couple damage types on this guy. Scepters are another thing. They're a paladin weapon, so they'll boost paladin skills, but they sell usually fairly well if they've got some skill boosts. Sometimes they're just increased damage or that sort of thing, but yeah.
I can hardly...
Yes,
Hello.
I can also hardly believe. So this is where we can actually hire a Ooh, money. We can hire a... Oh, I might actually...
I can't carry anymore.
I might hire a rogue. As a matter of fact, I am going to hire a rogue. I'm going to hire this level 4 with a cold arrow, because I think that will... Wait, what do I have? Oh, I automatically get one. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so that's my rogue there. I have to remember how... There we go. So O will open the tab for my rogue, and I am going to give her a crossbow. She can use one of these. Either one of them, actually, she could use. So let's give her...
can't use that.
No? You can't use that? Why can't you use it? She can probably only use a bow, so that is not helpful. Do I have armor I can give her? No. Mine.
The Order welcomes you.
Yeah, so it's not a huge amount. 233. Poison resist. Gonna get rid of these things. So you can see that your inventory can fill up pretty quickly. Once you start getting charms and stuff. So I think probably I will end the first episode here. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and yeah, sorry it's taken me some time to get back into the game a little bit, so I'm a little bit slower. Hopefully in the next few episodes I'll start warming up again, and things will run a little bit more smoothly, and I will have a plan as to what I'm doing. But again, thanks for joining me, thanks for your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.